So, recently a lot of people have been asking me if you can scale AI models up to 10k plus and actually make money with them, right? And the short answer is yes, but I'm going to explain how and why and all this bollocks, right, what will actually help you out, right? And the main thing I'm going to start with is I've made £1,000, well, $1,000 in 1 month through them so far, right? So of course, you could say I'm not qualified to say you can make 10k a month, but I'm going to explain why. So my thought process is if you can make $1,000 in 1 month through anything, any business model, anything, selling something, whatever it is, right, you can then scale upwards to 10k a month, right? Of course, it's going to be very, very difficult to do so. So it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of dedication, right? And I believe a lot of people don't have that. So I'm going to give you an example, right? See, I was to go in the streets and sell newspapers, right? Of course, it's not a very big business these days. It's going out of fashion and all that stuff, and people don't really buy newspapers. But if I was to go sell newspapers on the street to a bunch of people, right, and put in a fuck ton of effort in, a fuck ton of discipline, and do it every single day, 12 hours a day, selling on the streets constantly, right, doing all these jobs, right, I'm going to make money from it, okay? It might be $1,000 a month, it might be $10,000 a month. But my point is, if you can make money through one thing, right, all you've got to do is scale it. All you got to do is build a team around it, have discipline, and just learn constantly, right? And that's kind of what I'm in the process of doing right now. In my AI model, of course, like I say, I've made 1,000 in 1 month. So now I know that all I need to do is scale it up to 10,000. Well, to start with 2,000, then 5,000, then 10,000, so on and so forth. I know that it's possible because I've made money with it to begin with. Like, it goes to see it for any business model, right? It doesn't matter what business model you're in, right? If you see someone who's had results, whether they've made 3 grand, they've made 5 grand, they've made 10 grand a month, if you see the results what someone else has made through a business model, it just goes to show that it's very, very possible through any business model, really. So say you want to start a dropshipping business, you might think, can you still make 10 grand a month through dropshipping? Is it oversaturated? People's done it, right? The thing is, it's just competition what you've got to worry about. If you work harder than the entirety of all the people in dropshipping or SMME or some other business model, right? If you're constantly learning, you're constantly staying disciplined, doing the work every single day, you're going to make money. It's the simple fact, right? If you try your very, very, very hardest every single day and learn every single day, you're going to make money through it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what business model you do, you can make money. If you can make £100 one way, you can make 1,000, then you can make 10,000. So instead of worrying about can you make this much money, how about just go and do it? Like I say, if you've seen people have results, then that means it's possible. It's very well possible if other people have done it, so you can do it yourself. I do understand why people have doubts about AI models and just other business in general, right? Because it's such a new business model, AI models, that there's not many results out there. You don't know who's lying, who's got real results, all this stuff, right? But what you need to do is just do your research. Reach out to people on YouTube, on Instagram, just online, right? Just reach out to as many people as possible and figure out what they've done and how they've done it. Stuff along the lines of that. And that'll give you a rough idea if something is very possible or not. One thing that I have realised is it's usually people ask, can you make this much money with AI models? Can you do this with AI models? Can you do this with this business model? Stuff along the lines of that, right? People ask that usually because they're too scared to start. They are scared if that business model is going to fail, it's not going to work out, they've wasted a bunch of time, right? And I believe it's the wrong way of thinking, right? Overthinking and perfectionism and stuff along the lines of that is what's going to kill your dreams and make it so you don't start a business, right? So it doesn't matter what business you want to start. It might not be AI models, it might just be a different business in general. Just fucking start it, right? Figure out later if it's going to make you a lot of money or not. The thing is, if you start a business for 2 months here, you're doing it for 2 months every single day and you're not seeing results, right? What's the worst? You've wasted a few months on it, and the thing is, it's not even wasted because you're going to learn from it either way, right? You're going to have made mistakes in that business where you'll be able to carry it over to something else. So say it's a social media market. No, we're going to say a dropshipping. I'm going to say it's a dropshipping business, right? See, you have a dropshipping business and you're making Instagram reels every single day and you're wondering why they're not going viral. So then you've learned what not to do and what to do. And guess what? There's other businesses what require going viral on Instagram reels, such as AI models and OnlyFans, right? So the skills are transferable, right? You've just got to figure out what works and what doesn't for you. The thing is, I know for a fine fact that AI models will make me 10 grand a month, because the thing is, I'm willing to do literally anything it takes. I'm willing to work 16 hours a day, learning constantly, posting 25 reels on 25 different accounts. I'm willing to do all this stuff because I know for a fine fact it can make money. The thing is, AI, it's brand new, it's up and coming, plus OnlyFans. OnlyFans has been around for what? 5 to 8 years, maybe longer. I don't even know how long it's been around, but porn and all that stuff's always been profitable. It's always had a shit ton of money in it. So if you mix AI into it, it's the upcoming thing. So it makes sense to me, right? Of course, it's not going to be the business model for everyone, but for me personally, I believe it's something like what's going to make me a shit ton of money personally. Like, the only thing is, I've just got to fix the mistakes and keep learning to scale it upwards. So like I say, I have made $1,000 in a single month from it, which it's great. $1,000 a month is great for anyone. It doesn't matter who you are. If you make $1,000 online, you'd probably be happy. So I'm happy with it. But now it's just down to scaling, right? The main problem I have in my business right now is getting high quality traffic. So I've got 13k Instagram followers, and a lot of that is into US audience. I think it's something like 20% US audience, which obviously it's shite. You want that to be 30, 40 or above, right? 30, 40% or above, which mine isn't, as I've just said. So I need to work on how can I start bringing in more US audience? How can I get higher quality audience what are going to buy the OnlyFans, what are going to pay for my model's fan view? So that's what I'm working on right now. I've implemented a few more strategies, which it's working so far. So I think, like 2 weeks ago, my reach was, I think it was about 12% US and like 16% Indian, but now in the past 7 days it's been like 18 to 19% US and 12% Indian. So it's flipped round, which it's a good thing because that means I'm reaching more US audience, which means more high quality audiences coming in. So now I've just got to literally, it's just a matter of time, like, once the US audience keeps going up, if these strategies what I'm implementing actually keep going up, then it's going to be great. I'm going to be getting subs coming in, I'm going to be getting a high quality audience coming in, so that means more money for me. It's just all about scaling, and that's how you should be thinking in every business whatsoever. So say you own a social media marketing agency, or you want to start one, right? You've got no clients, so what should you be focusing on? Traffic. You should be focusing on outreach and actually getting a client, right? So that means all your time and effort should be going into outreach, and that's kind of the same for me right now. I've got subs, I've got people chatting, but it's not many. It's more than, it's less than what I can handle. So I need to get to the point where I'm constantly occupied by chatting, making a bunch of money. And the only way to do that is actually through getting more traffic. So that's what I'm working on, that's what I'm improving. And I believe everyone in business should be thinking in this way. Like, of course, some people might think it's wrong, some people might think it's right, but no matter what business you are in, you should be thinking of like, how can I maximize the amount of traffic I'm getting? How can I maximize my time to be focusing on the things what's getting me money? So hopefully this video has given you some kind of inspiration and some kind of like knowledge to start a business. Like, the thing is, right, it doesn't matter what business you start, it's going to be difficult. I knew that when I first started AI models. I knew for a fact there's like, so on the internet there's loads of people who say, oh, business is easy, you can be making 10 grand within the first 2 months. It's all going to be a float sailing, it's going to be a smooth sailing and all that stuff, right? It's not true. Like, I've been working on AI models for what now, 5-6 months maybe, and I've already had a grand a month, right? But the thing is, I know how, obviously it's not easy, but I know how quick you can multiply your money. So next month I could be making 5 grand a month, then 10 grand. It's just, it just requires effort. Like, of course it's not easy, but it just takes time, and it's a matter of time until you actually reach the numbers that you want. And a lot of people, they don't believe in the process, I guess you could say. They don't like waiting it out and thinking, it's not going to be profitable for 7 to 8 months, so why should I start it now when I can be doing such and such? And they just hop between business models thinking there's this golden object what's going to just flood them with money, and they're going to be able to buy a brand new house and a brand new car and have a business what's so successful. It doesn't work like that, and any business can make 10 grand a month. It's just going to be a matter of time. Other than that, I do have a free EI OFM Telegram in the description. It's completely free. People's chatting about it all the time. You can go in there, do your research, ask who's making 10 grand a month, who's making money, right? Like I see, do your research. But the thing is, that Telegram's grown faster than my YouTube channel, and I'd like to change that around. So please, would you leave a subscribe as well, because it would help me out quite a bit, and I would really appreciate it. But that's all. See ya.